Hello friends, I'm Colonel Failure and you're back once again with the Transport Fever Mainline. I've chosen as something scenic to get a ball rolling today, as is so often the case, and we're just outside Arkham. Well, we're between Arkham and the hub, in order to just watch this largely empty train running past, and it is largely empty because it's the supply train going to the Ark hub. Oh, you're carrying... Oh, no, you're fine. I thought for a moment that was the delivery train, but I think that's... No, this is food, aren't you? Yes, you're the food setup there. All right, okay, well, I'm confused, but that should come as a surprise to absolutely nobody. No, the train we were watching, this chap right here, is heading out to the goods factory there, which will furnish it with some goods. Perhaps the clue in the title as we look at it there. Now, before we crack on, I figured we'd have a look at some numbers. Oh, really? You couldn't keep rolling? What are you waiting for? Oh, he's turning around. Okay, fine. That's acceptable. We'll have a look at some numbers before we crack on. As you can see, last year made 145 million quid in profit. That's not too bad. It's actually even more than that when you consider that we also bought 25 million quid's worth of trains. Lovely. Yeah, that's going very nicely. 908 million in total we brought in. And I tell you what, I'm going to push it now and get our income up to $1 billion a year, because that would be quite nice. I don't think I've ever achieved $1 billion a year profit. Not profit, beg your pardon, income. I mean, $1 billion a year profit is doable if you play better than I do, which, let's face it, it's not that hard. But no, $1 billion a year income would be absolutely tremendous. Anyway, we're following along with this flipping unscenic camera choice that I've made here. So that's a bit of a disappointment. We're in July right now, so at 90 million for the year, we've got a fighting chance of pushing the 120 plus, I would have thought, for the end of the year. That's pretty nice. Let's have a look at the individual runners and riders. And see who the name for my pain currently is. It's the cross country from Alpha Complex, Sherma, and it's the flipping turnaround route. It's got 1,000 capacity, only carrying 97 passengers. One should possibly take a look at that. This is looking unprofitable, the freight Gunderson Widdershins, but it's hauling plenty of stuff, and frankly, it's going to make its money back. It's not a problem. But it's keeping all kinds of things flowing, all of which have the opportunity to pay off in the fullness of time. So I'm not that bothered. At the top end of things, we've got 3 routes that are making 20 million plus. Oh yeah. The local route from Hogsmeade to Pleasant View is one of them. And then we've got another half dozen or so that make 10 million plus profit. So I'm easily offsetting the horrendous... Well, I'm making a profit overall. You know, this is all fairly self-explanatory stuff. Today, friends, I'm moving on. Today, we're going to expand out and start servicing Gotham as well. Servicing Gotham. We'll probably move the oil over to being processed here, so that we can pick that up and run it around somewhere. May end up connecting up to this construction materials site as well. The challenge is then going to be getting the raw materials through to the goods hub. So I'm not entirely sure how we'll do that. Anyway, let's just park ourselves in Gotham while I say something bombastic intro. Right, there we go. We'll watch this ICE coming in and poking its nose where it's wanted. Before we move on to the good side of things, what are you? Mos Eisley Hill Valley, largely full, largely profitable, largely. Okay, good. That's fine. Now then, here's the scheme. Here's the plan that we've got going on. Because as mentioned in the last episode, I also want to start delivering to Caprica City. Yes. Okay, now that's over there. All right, it's a long way off. Winchesterton Fieldville also does not yet have a goods supply of any kind. Now, supplying those two from here it's a long way. That doesn't mean I'm not going to do it. It just means it's a long way. And therefore, trying to make it so that I can make deliveries in both directions is actually going to be pretty helpful. Now, the good news is that we do have a steelworks going on here. We've also got a plastics factory. So there's no reason not to bring stuff out this way that would then lead to taking stuff back the other direction. I just haven't really worked out where I would put my freight station. Although, given the lack of development going on over this side of the one bridge, it has one bridge. I think this side is probably where I'll set that up. Actually, we have got some bold individuals who've decided to set up shop, so that's kind of cool. We've even got one over here. None of these are plopped buildings, you understand? These are all, they've made their own way there. So it's a long old route, that one, and we would come out from here, probably use the goods line that we've already got running up to the farm, which is actually this one. It's not that one at all. And then come back with that, and then probably try to match this the scenic passenger line. But would we run that as an extra pair of lines? I don't know. I haven't quite figured all of that out yet. I don't know if that's obvious or not, but I haven't. Anyway, today let's do what we've got to do. Oh, look, there's some stone that I'm not picking up. Okay, who's this? This is the Misty Mountains. Oh. Well, we should get that on the go pretty much pronto, shouldn't we? Where would you drop that off? I mean, the smart thing would probably be to drop it in into the main freight hub in Arkham. The only question really is what does the Arkham delivery train actually drop off? Well, we can find out. What are you packing there? You've got Gundersons on there. Now, I don't think they carry... In fact, I'm certain they don't carry stone. Yeah. Okay, what else have you got? Cold Comfort Nuka, which carries... That's boxcars by the looks of it. So that's just food. So, okay, I've got nothing that actually carries stone stopping in Arkham. Where else could we go with that? Over here. Could you? You sure? I'm not sure. All right then. We could always hook this up to the port here and run a bulk carrier to get that heading back over in this direction. But I think the competition between the port here is going to render that largely redundant. The other option would be to transport stone direct to the brickworks here, but the problem with that is it would then cannibalize the bricks that are already being picked up from down yonder. So despite the fact there's none waiting at the moment, maybe it just made a pickup. All right, I'm gonna leave that one in the back of my head for the moment and just keep chewing on it. Let's get this station built and then go from there. Now, I could be tempted, and it is quite tempting, to work this over to the Hill Valley goods station. I've mentioned before that I'm thinking of having a hook up in both directions. So maybe if I put the station in about there. Yeah, that could do something. All right, that's where we'll go. All right, close that down, close you off a bit, and Captain Bulldozer to the rescue. Right, there you go. Yeah, I know it's a main connection. Don't worry, I'll put it back in. Not entirely sure how, but I will. There we go. That's largely... right, I'm going to pause because I have a feeling the AI will try and reinstate those roads. I don't know why I'm smoothing now. I'm about to make a mess of this, so it's probably not the right time to do it. Let's have a quick look at the reverse angle because we're going to come off. I don't know if we'll go through the station or we'll come round the side of it. I think coming through the station is actually quite a smart idea. I could then make a direct food delivery. Yeah, okay. Yeah. That looks like fun. Right, smashing. Well, this one's actually pretty straightforward. We only need 2 tracks, really, just for upstream, downstream. If we're going to be going all the way out to Hill Valley, which, let's face it, it seems quite likely since I've mentioned it, then then something fairly simplistic would probably do the job. Yes, where are you going with your mind now? Well, I was thinking I quite liked the small freight station in Arkham. Its only real problem is it doesn't have an awful lot of truck capacity. It doesn't. You're quite right. All right, we'll go with no. Let's go with the full animatration marvelousness. Animatration. Goodness me. Do you work for Jerry Anderson in your spare time? Second Street connection. Yes. Right. There you go. That'll do the trick. Right. What are you doing there? That's the button you want to be pressing. So if we plomp that plomp, yes, that's another new word. I hope you've got your word of the day toilet paper to hand, because that's, we seem to be working that quite hard. Now, I'm going to need at least one truck drop-off for that. I seem to have committed to this already. So, do bear that in mind, won't you? There's a good chap. Right, okay, now then, let's large country road up onto there. Let's not. There you go, try it again. Let's large country road up onto there. There you go. And then this, let's make that in town. And we'll just go regular medium street. There we go. Marvellous. Now, I need a truck stop on here. So, the obvious thing to do there is going to be to use my favourite truck stop. And I like it partly because of capacity, partly because it just looks great when you've got a whole bunch of trucks running through it. Terminals 4 might be overkill. It depends if I decide to have whatever deliveries I've got coming in going to the left as we look at it now, or the right. Because then you've got the town deliveries going on as well. I think the left-hand side is the smarter move. Let's make it length 2. We'll make it a little shorter than normal. New city, like thus. And we'll make it one way. And what do we think? Sound barriers? Yeah, I tend to lean towards the steel mesh fence. But in this case, I'm not going to. And I'm going to put a tram terminal there as well. Why? All right, I won't. There you go. That's better. Right. Okay. Now then, let's spin you around here and whack it in about here, I reckon. Well, let's get it as close to the action as possible. Something like that. It's a little on the low side, but certainly within tolerance. And then we'll take that out in a straight line, and then we'll hook you onto there like so. Good. Now, you're going to need to be able to turn round, because obviously they're going to come in one way and then out the other. Although that might work on this kind of elongated kind of rectangle circuit thing that we've got going on already. Actually, I think it probably will. It should certainly prevent traffic queuing only in one side. That makes pretty much no sense. Right, okay, now then, I think we'll probably end up going under the tracks, but let's get the tracks in and then see what happens to them. Why have you only chosen to have 2 platforms? You're gonna want a little bit more than that. Get rid of this and hope it expands out the right way. Let's go for... But you said you only needed 2 platforms. Yeah, but you never know when you're not going to need only 2 platforms. You might need more than that. Okay, well, there is a chance that they're going to be empty. There is that chance, yes. But that's a chance I'm willing to take. Yeah, I did just bulldoze that. And yes, it was deliberate. I'm not prepared to expand and get rid of the truck stop that I just put in, even though it does have a rather heinous ramp going on. Right, no, 4 tracks. There you go. 4 tracks and something along those lines, and then get as close as possible. The good news is rebuilding it is a fraction of the cost of the original, given that the groundworks are already done. Right, okay, we're in. Lower Gotham. No, this is going to be Gotham Freight. Just like that. Yes. Right, okay, now, bang in this bit of country road again. There you go. I mean, it doesn't actually serve a purpose at all for anything now. Yeah, I know, but, you know, details. Okay, details. Yeah, I got you. Right, so we've got our other... We've got another flipping truck stop there, and we do need to get over to the other side. All right, that's going to just... It's just an engineering challenge. It's nothing major. Let's get the track up, because once we've done that, we can unpause, get the trains that we're going to use in motion, and then work from there. Now, we've got 3 tracks here at the whatever station this is. What did I call it? It's Gotham Holt. No, it's not. It's Nuka-Cola. Right, okay. Nuka-Cola. Yes. And we've got 1 reversing service, or that might soon become 2. Yeah, we've got 2 reversing services, which I will run in and out of the same platform, and that, for that reason, it would make sense to use this 3rd track here. Tell you what, let's have a quick rethink on the approach. It shouldn't be too lengthy a rethink, but a rethink nonetheless. So what you're thinking? Go to there. You've chosen the worst possible place to try and do a snap job on here. Yeah, I haven't thought this through yet. I've ready fire aimed. For the first time in my entire life, I've not quite thought this through. What are you going to do with it? It's actually not that complicated. Just which side do you want your passing track on? Your terminating track. Oh, I think we'll go with the end one. Right, in which case, these are the 2 main line tracks, or the 2 connecting tracks. I can't use the phrase main line too often, because it's kind of, you know, that's the hook for the series, and we've not visited the main line in a little while now. So let's keep that snap just a little longer so I can get a junction on there. How's that? 116. Well, certainly the services that I'm likely to be running don't go an awful lot faster than 116, but let's see if we can't get it just a smidge faster than that. Yeah, 148. That's a bit better. Right. Are you connected? Yep. The shadow was potentially throwing me off there. And then we'll take this one out alongside, and well, we'll just put a break in there. Something like that. 120 is good. Yep, perfect. And then run you down to here, and that's all splendid. Right, easy peasy. You sit there. Right. Do you need to slip that junction? Yes, I do need to slip that junction. Right, that's good. And then we just track from here up to the new one using those 2 endpoints, and then we'll come in kind of central, and we'll do a Y split to get all 4 tracks catered for. Yeah, I know. It sounds like I'm using technical language that I have any kind of concept as to what it means. Don't take that for granted. Right. Yeah. What's the problem? I wasn't doing anything clever there. Just do it. Right, and then something like this. Yeah, I'll tell you what, that would work, and then we'll put a diamond the other side of that as well. And it's not because it's the most efficient, it's more because, you know, you get some symmetry out of it. And you know, occasional symmetry is a joy to behold. Right, you've gone underground, which is not exactly what we're after. Go round onto there, and what do we get there? You get a minor bridge approach. I don't mind that. A little bit of underground. I don't mind that either. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that'll do. That's fine. I'm going to use my favourite because it's my show and I'll do what I like. Right, bring that along here and then peel you off. I've left that a bit late. Go again. Bring you up along there. Yes. And then peel you off. Okay. What is this peeling off of which you speak? It looks a bit like that. Okay. Yeah, all right, that works. And then we'll bring you all the way back down here and through the tunnel. And through the tunnel and to there. It's not the cheapest thing I've ever built, but it'll do the job just fine. I think we're on a downward slope here, you know. In which case, there is ever such a slight chance that we get some resistance from this diamond junction. But not today. Today, the diamond junction goes, yeah, no problem, Gov, get on with it. Should have possibly done that up here, because now I've used up more space than I need to. All right, well, look, don't delete the one you've got. You know, we'll keep the main prizes safe, but at the same time, we will gamble for what's behind Bully. Yeah, you see, too much slope. That's what I was expecting. All right, no, we'll stay as is. That's fine. Yeah, it's okay. I don't expect there to be too much traffic coming through here anyway, but you never know, right? Anything could happen that would make me go, oh yeah, I now need to do 18 times as much throughput from this one. Right, we'll do the same kind of thing on the way back out, and we will tend towards the Hill Valley goods station. You've also got another brickworks there that we could stop at. Oh, this is all coming together quite nicely. So if we aim to get under this bridge, yeah, okay, yeah, coming under the bridge is going to be good. Right, so we'll go like this. Will you? Well, okay, maybe tending that way a little bit further. Right, okay, just do that. Now, the reason for starting with this middle bit is because this is the bit that everything needs to kind of work with. It means that I can do slightly more gentle curves in order to get to that point. We could get under there. All right, okay, now then, we'll turn that into a freight terminal. This is not going to make a lot of sense unless you are on the same level of inner dialogue as I am at present. So, you know, just bear with me. All of this is going to make sense. That said, that's me assuming that it doesn't make sense at the moment, which of course it probably does. Right, stick you on there. That's worked first time. Have you checked to see if it's... No, you see, that's not going to work. It's not, is it? No, it's not going to work. Right, okay. Get shot of that. Get rid of this road. Right, and then let's bring out the new handy-dandy bulldozer and drop that down a bit, because we need to get underneath there. We'll worry about how exactly we make that work with the roads secondarily. Look at all of this. Look at all these exciting things that I've got going on here. Bulldozer. And, right, you, let's go from here. This is about the right height. Yeah, good. Mash it. No, that's the wrong button. Level. Really? I thought it would be a bit lower than that, because that's not low enough. All right, okay, we'll go from here. It's not going to be much lower, I'll have you know. But okay, let's make it happen. That one, and then over here, yeah. And we'll keep going this way a bit further, and then we'll go out to here and to there as well, and to there. And then the smoothing gun will take care of the rest of that. Right, okay, now then, how's that look? You could probably make that work. All right, it's probably a word that we use around here, because if so, I'm on board with it. Actually, no, let's go and do this bit as well. Take this down. No, plan. Thank you. This, that, there, the other. Wallop. Right. Okay. That's wallop applied, and therefore, well, let's get this going. We don't need second street connections on this. You can just face the hurl. Okay. All right. We will face the hurl. Right. Face the hurl about there. You should still have enough clositude to the brickworks there that this works with brick. Get rid of that, and then we'll get the smoother out. El Smootherino. There you go. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, lovely. No, don't get carried away. You haven't finished it yet. You might still need that bit of flat stuff. All right, how's that? Perfect. Okay, right. So you are Magrathea. Okay, cool. Let's name you accordingly. Mag-gra-thea. There should be an R in there. Gra-thea. Always feels like there aren't quite enough syllables in there, but evidently there are. Right, now then, now you can smooth. There you go. That's it. Conceal the crimes against terrain alignment collision that you just committed. Yep, that's all lovely, and then we'll road that up as well. Why have you done that? That's completely unnecessary. No, that's horrible. There you go. Right, a bit like that, and then gently up the hill. There you go, and then connect onto this one. No, stop doing that. Get rid of it. What do you mean construction's not possible? Construction flip. It's a road. There you are. See, it is possible. Well, it's possible if I say it's happening. It's flipping happening. Right, let's go back to that and grab a bit of this and sling it on there. Find a flattish point. None of these are flattish points. I've mentioned it before, but when we're doing the new series, I'm going to work on making sure that all of my connections, like that, whether it's track or whether it's road, are smoother, because it's just a little bit ugly. There you go. Get this going uphill. That's quite dramatic, isn't it? And also, you know, as a side bonus, it's not what I wanted. Let's go as far as there. Yeah, I think the overhead cables are likely to have a little bit of a conflict with the bridge, but if the software is allowing it, then I'm hardly going to complain. I think we go out this way, although I've largely lost track on what the heck I'm doing now. Right, no, this is good. So we're going to bring these two round now and into the freight station. We'll have this peel off from the same route, which will be good. Yeah, this is all good. Yeah, it's all fine. Okay, all right. Didn't you say something about unpausing so that we could get things rolling again? I did say something like that. Whether or not I was being wrong, dishonest there, I couldn't tell you. Is that second one passing underneath? Because that's what we want. It does look like it, doesn't it? It's not just me. Yeah, okay, it doesn't just look like it, it's true. That's a fact, bub. Right, okay, well, let's go... Whoop. Well, let's do what it can do. There's an awful lot of tunnel here, which is not ideal, but needs must. I'm after practicality on this front, and then connect up onto the middle. You've got a little bit of a curve. No, I tell you what, come out over here, which is what you were intending to do anyway, and then come around there. And if we can make that work as far as junctioning is concerned, everybody's happy. Right, okay, now then, there you go. That's well, it's a connection is what it is, but it's going all the way to Hill Valley, so it's not like it's a little short number that is just kind of ram-raided through. And then we'll run you down the side here, like so. How does that look? Yeah, it looks about as good as can be expected. Right. Okay, good. Yeah. I'm on board with this. Right, now we need to get a branch off from here. Now this is where it's going to fight me, because I'm going to need a diamond here as well, because I always need a diamond. We'll run an additional set of additional line off there. Go on, you were doing it, or were you? You looked like you were doing it. There you go, that's good. Now, as long as you don't lose it, it's not good. I saw that had uglified the track already. Where's the loose bit gone? It's over here. Oh, okay, right. Well, keep running in parallel all the way around there. The ugly bit in question is this set of points. See, I spotted that as I did it. So I suspect if I were to relay it in the other order, that would do it a little more cleanly. No, you've broken all of this. No, you didn't need to kill that one. Oh, well, never mind. Right. Back in. Yeah. Back in. Yeah. Right. And you too. That's it. There you go. Right. Now, you can come in there. But we are going to want to make sure that you can get over to both sides. So if we take this out from there, that's good. And then from the same spot, we take that out over here. That's good too. And less ugly this time. Not 100% unugly, but less ugly. And then we're going to fight the demons of the slope. Yeah, it just doesn't like it when you do that. Now, apparently, if you make your diamonds a little shorter, you have a greater chance of success. Now, that's as may be, but the problem with a short crossing of this kind is you don't half lose a lot of track speed in the process. And yeah, these guys might be coming into the station. Actually, let's leave that alone, because we've got one on the other side, so they can switch over once they get out of the station. I think that'll probably be all right. And if I'm wrong, I'll adjust it after the fact. Okay, right, good. So we've got our spur here that is heading out towards this place over here, which name I remember clearly all the time. Now, here's the passenger line, and here is the freight station, which is currently operating in a up, up, down, down. No, it's not. It's currently operating horrendously. Who plumbed that in? Don't answer that question. I did. I plumbed... Oh, my giddy aunt. Yeah. All right. Well, that's an educational quick look there, isn't it? Right. Spinwood, which is that? No, we want Widdershins on 1 and 2. So you move to there. I've forgotten how to do this. There you go. Terminal 1. Right. Good. You move to Terminal 2. Yes. You, wait for it, Spinwood, move to Terminal 3. Good. Right, that should look a little bit more... No, that's broken. Why is that broken? Am I missing a slip junction here or something? No, I'm not. I've got it. Gondola Spinwood is coming up... It's going to be a one-way signal. Okay, right, okay. Yeah, that's fine. And it's going to be this one-way signal. All right, well, that's fine. There you go. See, easy peasy. Yep. Now, the only real weakness you've got there is that everything's trying to use this same bit of track as a junction. So if I were to stick one in here, maybe the old orange track here would get the picture. Didn't quite get the picture on that one. It had a look at the picture and just kind of went, is it a frog? And I went, no, it's not a frog, mate. So I'm going to do what one should never do. Or am I? No, I'm not. I'm going to put a waypoint. You've always got waypoints are an option. So freight gondola spin. Stop playing with that. Freight gondola Spinwood. Yeah. We're coming into Hill Valley. So just there. Add a one of these. And it's that. It's not going to affect anything. Oh. Yeah, you're right. Okay, right. Would the plan B? Okay, good. Is stick it out here instead. Yeah, that's the way to do it. Right, so exactly the same thing. From Ministers, then you go one of those like that. No, wait, what? No, that's right. That's what you want. Good. That way, these fine fellows are not interfering with one another too greatly. It's a really minor change. I don't know why I made such a fuss about it, but I did make a fuss. But the change has now been made. Now then, can I expand this station without having to delete it? The answer is going to be no. The answer is yes. Well, I'm stunned. Okay, good. Yeah, thank you. I just needed one more track, because if we're hooking up to here, this end track is going to be incredibly useful. Right, so we need to cut across. Where's the bridge? There it is. Okay, this is not too terrible. Now, of course, this is reliant on me only needing one. Oh, go on. You can get how many pillars do you need? How few pillars can we... No, that was it. No, we had it. I'm not going to change the bridge type because I'm going to accept victory. Well, that's terrific. Good. Arguably, it would have been a little bit easier if I'd told the bridge to stay on one level. But who's counting? Right, now I'm going to run single track here, even though it's quite likely I'll be running multiple trains. I'll start the multiple train stuff. Why are you complaining? What have I broken? It's going to be the station that I just did. I'm going to need to go back and have a quick word with it and just set everyone's mind at ease. Right, stay on the flat. No, that's okay. You're good. You're golden. Do that. If we could get away with not having a bridge, that'd be groovy. All right, back it up. We'll stay underground a little bit longer. There you go. But sir, you're killing the trees. Well, the trees should have known better. They should have got out of the way before I turned up. But the Ents, sir. What? Get out of my face, you dirty geek. Right, there you go, like that. Far be it from me to criticise geeks. I'm playing a game about flipping trains. Okay, good. There you are. That's it. And yeah. Okay, good. Yeah, fine. Right. And so cool. Now, we will stick some one-way signals on there just to make sure that we've got the orientation correct. You sit there. Yeah, you sit here. Right. The spacing is the spacing. Now then, who's all aggro? Minas Tirith to Gotham apparently takes a very long time, and the Spinwoods and chaps have all started just griping. And Train 63's reporting a problem. Oh, don't be daft. It's this one. Look, I added an extra platform, right? It's not rocket science. There we go. Now then, why are you now having some kind of, delicate moment? There you go. Look, there's absolutely no reason why that should change anything at all. There is no reason why you should be having a problem. Maybe if we unpause, I'll set it to high speed. Nope, they can't figure it out. Oh my goodness me, they've added an extra platform. Which platform do I go into now? Same one you were on before. What have I broken? I haven't broken anything. It's fine. Oh, hold on. It's misaligned. Oh, okay, fine. Well, goodness. Well, we can't have that. Well, obviously we can't have that. It doesn't work. Right. Yeah, bosh that in. I'm pretty lucky I spotted that straight away. Otherwise, I could have been fishing around for the next 20 minutes going like, well, why aren't you? What's the matter with you? And then going, oh, hold on. It's not lined up. Right. Minister to Gotham is complaining. Okay, well, we'll find out why that is. Minister to Gotham. It'll be a bit of road that I got rid of. It'll be over by Gotham. It will, won't it? Right. Following lines are reporting problems. There aren't any problems now. I've fixed them. I have fixed them. See, they're fixed. Oh, what? Oh, it's misaligned at the other end as well. Okay, all right. Yeah, of course it is. Yeah, it was never likely to just be one end of the track that was hosed. 45 miles per hour? No, I don't think so. All right, you come along here. There you go. Get yourself in order, and then we're going to have to rebuild this, I'm afraid, chaps. So dig in. It should just work, but you can never be 100% certain. Do you need to go all the way over there? Yes, you do. Okay. All right. To there. Yeah. Good. And then wang in a bit of double slipperoo. That should be good. Everybody happy? Orange, what's your problem? Come on, Orange. Talk to me. Oh, you haven't got a... I didn't put in the new junction. All right. Hang on. There you go. Now cheer up and get back to work. Good. Right. Okay. I'm actually going to leave it running now because there should be no further interference with existing services going on. Crikey, I've built quite a lot here and it didn't take very long. Hooray. Okay. Now then, What should we do first? Let's go for this chap. Let's set that up as a line and see what mysteries we get as a result. So this is going to be Magrath. It goes a very long way. Yeah. Didn't you mention something about having some stone available? I might have mentioned it, but oh, it was over there. It's over here somewhere. It's over in this area of the map. Yeah, you still need to connect that up, and if you get it going into the hub, that would be dandy. Right, supply. Yes, and then that's going to be Magrathia Arc Hub. Is that capitalization new, or was that what you were using before? Well, it's kind of new, but it's like stylish and what have you. Stop it. Right, okay. What are you sharing with there? No one's using platform 2. Just as a quick alert there. No one is currently using platform 2. Yeah, well, no one was using platform 1 either, and you didn't seem to complain about that too much. You make a valid point, and I respect your opinion greatly. Thank you. However, you are running one way on there up until there. So we don't want... Oh, and then are you covering... Does that cover the approach to 1 and 2? No, it doesn't. All right. Well, we'll say that that's okay, but brace yourself for that not being okay. Okay, right. That's Magrathia Arc Hub sorted-ish, kind of. We've got a route plumbed in, let's put it that way. And then we're going to need a delivery route from the hub out to Gotham. Now, I am not putting anywhere like the amount of thought into this that I should be, because I'm just going to get stuff rolling, and then afterwards we'll look at this. No. That is verboten. Come here. Right. Look, if I have to use one-way signals to impose my will on you people, I will do. Right, you can't really do much with this, though, can you? You're going to be blocking junctions left, right, and the other way. You could put one there. That might help. Oh, hello. Line 1 has made a pitch for track 2 there. Right, so if we were to say that you are always downstream and you are always upstream, and then if we bring the route back up again, no, leave that alone. I thought that would be helpful. It's not helpful. Supply, yes. Magrathia Arc Hub, there we go. That'll bring the line up. Why are you running through there like that? Stop it. No, that's very poorly behaved on your part. Right, you are that way. You are this way. Right, what's number 3? Oh, it's 2-way. But it shouldn't be, though. No, it is 2-way. Okay, you're all right. All right, we'll allow it. That's fine. Although, what I'm debating now is what if I were to just make this a tiny little shuttle train? So from here to there and back again, and we could use some kind of shunter or something like that. Well, it would free up some of the traffic. So let's try it. Now, obviously, it doesn't change the track assignment there in the slightest, but the challenge there is going to be getting the raw materials out to Gotham Freight in order to make that work. Okay, well, let's stop getting distracted there, and now we'll do this one. Yeah, that works. Does it? Yes, it does. That works. All right, so this is going to be delivery, yeah, Gotham Arc Hub. Okay, right, yes, fine. And then, where was this mystery stone element that we were referring to? Right, okay, so if you brought that out to the Gotham station, do you want to train it out there? No, I'm going to truck it out there to start with, and we'll see what happens. That's the cowardly approach. Cowardly it may be, my friend, but what it may also be is successful, and therefore, hush. Now then, we also need to hook up this. Yeah, well, let's do that now. You are a little all over the place here. You're multitasking more than is advisable. And this is how stuff gets missed. And you are someone who does miss stuff frequently. Oh, I see. You've got 4 lanes of in-town power. I'll allow it. And then we'll actually stick with city roads here, but we'll see if we can't get this underneath there. Right, like that. Yeah, pretty much exactly like that. Maybe coming around a little further. Just a little further, just a touch more. There you go. All right, well, if that's as far as I can get, that will take it. Right, so we've got a tunnel there going underneath the track, which is more or less what I wanted anyway, and that's a good thing. And then you stick yourself on there, and if people want to live alongside this section of the freight station, they are welcome to do so. I now need that connected up, so we'll switch to the crunchy road. How does that look? Adequate? No, it looks dreadful. Adequate is a different thing. The appearance of adequate is completely different to what you just made. All right, okay, well, if you just do a little bit at a time, then it doesn't remold it with quite such verve. See, so then you've still got, it's a steep slope, but it's not quite as pronounced. If you say so, Chief. I mean, you know, you can paint it whichever way you like, but you've still ended up there with something that is not exactly brilliant. Right, okay, now then, we're also going to need to ship oil from here, going back that way. So we're talking oil and aggregates. Yeah. And we're talking basic deliveries. Yes. I mean, there is a level of complexitude going on here. Now then, for the next step, what do we do next? Now, do I run Hill Valley all the way to the Arc Hub? I'm very tempted to do so, you know, despite the fact that quite a lot of it's likely to come back in the opposite direction. Yeah, I mean, you've got enough capacity going on here at Gotham Freight. You could do that and then have a second shuttle run that way. Yeah. Or do you just long distance it and run more trains? More trains is always more fun. So let's do that. Let's and also because it's, you know, it's delivering over a grand distance, you potentially get a larger payday out of it. And it's not exactly as the crow flies, but I tell you what, it is fairly straight, ignoring this huge curve here. But yeah, but the huge curve doesn't take you too far out of. I'll stop talking. All right, okay, good. So yeah, if I stick a couple on there, so this is going to be, I guess, supply. Although I'm going to call it Mainline Connect, and that's going to be Hilv. To the Arc Hub, and then I'm going to change the name of the other one as well, so that I've got some kind of frame of reference of similarity of thingamajig of what have you. Really? Okay, good. So this is no longer shuttle. This is now also the NNY you actually needed. Mainline Connect NNY. Right. Okay. Cool. Just for the sake of keeping it relatively clear in my head as to what it's doing. Now you're going to need to be able to carry all kinds of jazz on there. Right, roads. Let's do those as well. Flipping it. How many routes are you going to set up here? A couple. Okay then. Right. All right. Number one. Potentially upgrade the road. I think. Number one. Upgrade the road. I think. Okay, right, okay, give me that. Yep, do this. Yeah, that's it. Truckers going, oh, finally! Yeah, now we're talking. Yeah, now we're cooking with oil, because that's what we're shipping. You have to go a really long way there, dude. And you know what? I'm gonna stop that, or am I? I bet it's a profitable route. Yeah, I bet it's a profitable route. It has to go through town. I mean, that's just a nonsense. Where are you going? Are you going straight down here, or are you going to take a turn? Oh, you're going straight. Okay, but I bet I can get production up, and we'll do that by going direct here. So if we kill that and we do from there to here, like so, and then actually from there to there and back again. So what you end up with, it's very obvious, but I'm spelling it out for those who haven't spotted it. We go to the exchange and pick up the oil. We then come back to Verticon and turn that into fuel and the other kind of oil. We then go to the sidings and drop that off to be shipped. We then come back again all the way back to home base. Okay, that's the most efficient way of doing it. Otherwise, you end up with trucks occasionally running empty here until you get a full throughput of things that are put through. All right, supply, yeah, Gotham, exchange. It's not, though, is it? What is it? This is Globex. So supply, Globex, Goth. Okay, right. Good. Yes. Happy? Mostly. Right. Next. Next. Wasn't there some other purpose for us being out here? You know, you've got your bricks going on there. We've got more oil happening here. That's good, because that'll bring oil out here. Because that also leads to a situation where potentially you can pick up oil from here and take it to the refining. I think you're going to need to split this into two. Right. Okay. Change of plan. So you know that whole efficiency thing I was just talking about? Yeah, that was rubbish. Then you're going to do that. There you go. Right. So you are now... okay, so that's not refining, is it? That's Verticon. Right, so that's Globex Verticon. Right, and then you are this, yeah, that. Right, good. Did that work? It did, but you're trying to connect to a train track. Am I? You sure? Sidings. There. Okay, you're good. Right, so this one then becomes... Is this a delivery? I suppose it is. Delivery, Verticon, Art, Tube. Thank you. Yeah, all right.
Here's a summary from Dan.
Oi, shut up. Sorry, that's my phone. For some reason... for some reason, my Google Assistant there just started yabbering away. I shouldn't say Google Assistant because I might trigger it again. Took me by surprise, though. I tell you, when your telephone starts talking to you for no good reason. What am I talking about? Verticon. Thank you. Back to Goth. Right, that's not going to need many trucks on there. There we go. Right. Any more for any more? Stone. Okay, stone. Because with stone in place... Well, hold on. You know, you've got Magrathea going. So, yeah, with stone in place, then all of this kind of kicks off. And then we will set things in motion. And rather than go... And we'll see how that settles in next time. What I'll do is I'll let it play forward for, I don't know, 20 minutes or so. And then I'll cut to that so you can see. I shouldn't be telling you how the sausages are made, should I? I could have just done that, and you've gone, oh, good, you didn't make us wait around. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll be done in a moment. Right. There you go. Bit of like that over there, and then just hang that straight. Too much slope? Nah, can't be doing with that. There you go. Lovely. And then put a truck stop on there. Doesn't need to be anything sophisticated. I don't know why I've switched to late night voice, but there it is. Are you connected? You're connected. Good. That's nice and simple. And this is the Misty Mountains. So we'll name this accordingly. Misty Mountains. Mountains. Good. Yeah? Yeah. Right. Does this connect to anything? Not as such at the current autosave time. All right. Okay. Now, there's every chance that this is about to turn into complete and utter mayhem. I mean, the trucks are going to be fine, obviously, but the rail situation, I've already been considering, if autosave gets out of the way, that I might need to beef up the amount of track that I'm rolling through to the hub in order to avoid log jams occurring. Because as much as there aren't, I should say, very many services running through there, they're long and they're slow. That's turned out quite nicely. And feel free to chuck a George Formby quote in there if you feel like it. Right, from Misty Mountains, it's a long way. It's a very long way out to the Gotham sidings. You're going to want to put quite a few trucks on that. Right, so this is supply Misty Goth. Okay, and also while we're on the subject, you're going to want to put a bypass in there. Otherwise, you're taking people through the town centre, and that never works out brilliantly. All right, okay, well, we can do that. 1 times bypass coming up. You obviously don't care about how much this stuff costs now. And you equally don't care about any environmental damage that you're doing. Yes? Was there a point that you were about to make there? No. Why are you coming out the other way? It can't possibly be quicker for you to come out the other way. Oh, I suppose it can be quicker for you to come out the other way. All right, okay. You know, I was talking about, they can go along this elongated rectangle and everything will be lovely. No, we'll stick a little slip road in there, and we'll make it a little slip road. What the heck have you chosen there? A little slip road that looks a bit like that. Really? Are you sure you want to do that? Because that looks horrible. All right. Well, what if we ugly, not ugly. Okay. And then around here, ugly, less ugly. Try it. There you go, look. That's that sorted out. Right, okay, let's get the trucks rolling, and then I'll go and play with some trains, and I'll come back and show you what it's doing. So these are trucks. These are all trucks. What are you? You are not trucks. You are trains. So 3 and 3 is what we've ended up with. I've potentially missed something, but I'll give that a bit of a review while we're bedding this in. Now then, have I got a truck depot anywhere nearby? This looks promising. I mean, you say nearby. This one's in the next country, but it's close enough. Right. Okay. Now then, am I going to go with some kind of dedicated petrol tanker? That would be nice, wouldn't it? Let's have a look. What do we got? It's going to need to haul a reasonable amount. 36 isn't bad, and that's quite a good looking bit of truck. It's not. I tell you what it isn't though. It's not 75, which is what we want. But no, I'll just run a bunch of them. Okay, all right, okay. Buy it. Yes. Right. Which route are we talking here? It's purple, isn't it? I've got too many windows up. There you go. Right. Gotham Exchange over to Virtucon Refining. this would seem to make sense. How many of these do you want? If you're going to stick these on Globex Virtucon, let's go with 2. No. 2? Maybe. How about 2? Let's go with 3. Okay. I mean, really, I don't know why you're umming and ahhing about it so much, because this is not actually that big a deal to just bang some more in should your need arise. So you've got Globex Virtucon, which is the one we want. Off you go. Right, I'm going to buy another 2 of those. 2? Stop it. It wasn't funny the first time. I mean, you tried, but you oversold it. That's Virtucon Goth. All right, delivery Vert Goth. Now, the other problem that we're potentially going to encounter here is if the oil well here decides it only wants to send it this way because it's closer. That's quite likely. It's not a complete deal breaker that we don't ship to the mainline anymore, but who knows what that's actually going to disrupt. Right, we then need aggregates shipping from the Misty Mountains. There must be another depot up here somewhere. There's one, look. We'll use this one. All right, road vehicles, please. We'll use the tipper. Simply just, it's just for variety of trucks, you know. Oh, I've got one more I got one more route I need to place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right, there you go. That sends quite a positive message, I think. Supply Misty Goth. It's because it's going a really long way. Misty Goth. Good. Yep. Yep. Yes. Right, now then, Arkham. No. Now then, not Arkham. Now then, Gotham. If we look at the catchment area you've got here, it is what we in the trade call negligible. And therefore, we're going to need to think about where we're actually going to deliver this stuff in the first place. So we've got, oh, actually, this isn't too bad. One right about there will get quite a lot of coverage. And yes, I am going to use the roadside truck stop because I got over it. Basically, I went, fine, I give up. I'm going to ignore any semblance of trying to only use proper truck delivery routes. I give in to all you people who are going, yeah, but like vans deliver to shops and what have you all the time. Fine, whatever. Right, okay, now then, you are, hello, right, give me that. Yes, thank you, good, thank you, good. That, yes. This, yeah, that, yeah. I love the horrible brown that you've chosen. I've started using this approach for town deliveries, and what I can tell you about it is it's not very effective. It basically stops you having multiple routes, but it does get you way better coverage of in-town stuff. It's just it just doesn't work brilliantly well. So I might have a bit more of a think about that. I think if you were to do it in the same way, or if you were to apply the same kind of thinking that is often used with what's the thing I'm thinking of, the kind of figure eight services that I tend to do with commuters. I think that there is maybe an upside to be had, but at the moment, I'm not thrilled with it. Right, this is going to be the usual generic trucks that we use for this, because they ship absolutely everything and don't care. Road depot. How many do you want? I think we'll go with 6. Now, obviously, they're going to run empty for a little while, but that won't be the case for very long. Let's use. See, what I do now is I try and look for the one that I am least likely to have chosen previously, and this one, I think, is possibly it. I'm going to go with 6. Didn't you say something about 4 a minute ago? I might have thought something about 4, but actually 6. All right, then. Okay, you know you're going to need more. Yeah, I'm pretty certain I'm going to need more. Right, okay, I'm now going to go and plumb in some trains in what will appear to be no time at all for you. We'll then see them running. Okay, so I've strategically positioned myself just outside the Gotham Freight Terminal. That's a horrendous piece of track. And here's a bit of Deutsche Bahn going on here. Now, this is the mainline hookup that goes to Hill Valley. At the moment, it is not terrifically successful. It's not carrying anything at all. Oh, dear. Well, fine. I'm actually running 3 trains on here, which is even more disastrous. I put one out and then added another couple as well. However, let's turn our attention to the success story. This F7 here, yeah, makes a noise. This is handling the stone supply and construction materials. I keep tweaking the consist to try and make it run at maximum effectiveness. But thus far, I'm not there yet. The other thing is that even with the power booster on, it's not really up to the job. It's only got a tractive effort of 54 kilonewtons. The main unit, the power unit adds an extra 54, and it's struggling. Without the power booster on there, it crawls up this hill at 2 kilometers an hour. Which is marvellous. But I'll tell you what, I don't actually mind that in the slightest. I think there is a solid argument to be made for really slow-moving freight trains actually being, a lot more satisfying to look at, and also a lot more realistic, and particularly when they're going uphill, as this one is at the moment. But what I wanted to show you, this service does make nice money. It's not making gangbusters money, but it is making good money nonetheless. So that's all working out quite nicely. As you can see, we have got a reasonable amount of goods kind of shuffling around there. I've just added a few more trucks to kind of handle the delivery side of things. But it's a work in progress. There is going to need to be some additional effort plumbed in. Why are we taking Conmats to Globex? Interesting. Yeah, that is interesting. Why are we taking them over there rather than sticking them on a train? That doesn't make any sense. I just hooked up Globex to try and get some plastic coming in. Because we do make extensive use of plastic throughout the this kind of freight kind of subset, and frankly, I don't care what the trains are carrying as long as they're carrying something. What do we got coming through here? Here's another one of the new ones. So this chap here is it's actually a Taiwanese loco, but this is the delivery service that goes out to Gotham itself, and we're carrying 4 tools, 2 goods. Yeah, that's not great, is it? That's not getting it done, and it's not that Gotham doesn't have the demand. Far from it. There's plenty of demand in Gotham. In fact, if we were to ask Gotham, how do you feel about the supplies that you're getting? Kind of goes, well, on the jobs front, we do quite nicely in getting construction materials, but that's because there's loads of it just up there. But in terms of shopping, it's pitiful. How about you fix that? Look, man, I'm running the train. There's precious little I can do. But as we look up the line back towards the hub itself, you'll see we've already got a fair bit of queuing taking place. And the best way to get around that is going to be more dedicated lines for different services. What do we got coming out here? All right, you're heading back out to Hill Valley. Well, we'll watch you come out the tunnel then, shall we? There you go. I managed to get all of these freight wagons working eventually, because while I had there's a special bogey mod that you need to install in order for some of these new wagons to work. I had the mod, hadn't switched it on. Yeah, pillock, which is why it was crashing the game. But yeah, in terms of finances, this is losing a fair chunk of change. Once in a while it will do all right, but most of the time it doesn't do all right. And I need to address that. And I think part of the problem is it's going too far. If I had it dropping here at Gotham, we'd be able to get much faster turnaround, a good thing. And then if we ran, we'd be able to then use the Gotham delivery train to take stuff the rest of the way. I should do that. That's a much better idea, because here's the Gotham delivery train, and it's already carrying some stuff back again. There you go, 94 Conmats and 15 plastic. Yeah, okay, that's nice. More of this, please. Right, let's intercept the next Hill Valley service and get that pointing the right way, and then we'll retire one of those trains. If I can find one of them ever. There should be one up here. I'm running 3 on this line. Where they are, I couldn't honestly tell you. But here it is, the Mainline Connect. Absolutely nothing happening at the moment. Let's retire this one. You're waiting for a free part. Oh, they're all going to be queuing. It's not a disaster. But what it speaks to is the number of junctions that we've got going on this line. You know, the signal spacing isn't bad. It could be maybe a little better, but it's not bad. I mean, look at this lot. Signals all over the show. Now, the majority of them won't block a junction unless there is nothing to be gained by leaving it unblocked. But the bigger problem happens here, where you get constant hold-ups because we're running trains in and out on this line, and you end up with queuing coming in and queuing going out as well. So there's quite a bit to fix there. I'm going to turn my attention to that, and we will look at the Hill Valley Arc Hub dilemma in the next episode. This is all working, but it could be working so much better. And that's what I invite you to turn up to see. You're not one of the new trains. We're not going to look at you. Come on, we want to look at one of my expensive new purchases. But I mean, look at the action. Tons of it. Just action as far as the eye can see. I've been Colonel Failure. Thank you very much for watching. We are approaching the end of the line. As much as it's a circuit, we are approaching the end of the line. We will switch back to passengers pretty soon, and that will be quite exciting. And I invite you to join me for that. So please subscribe to make sure you don't miss out on it, and I'll catch up with you very soon. There's a good amount of noise happening here. It's all super duper. And you've stopped, haven't you? Alright. Well, cheerio! This game, you reach certain points in it and you just kind of lose yourself in tinkering, in relaying and perfecting until you get the route exactly as you want it, or the junction exactly as you want it, and so forth. And I've really reached that stage with the hub at Arkham at the moment. The amount of stuff coming into and out of, you kind of go, surely they shouldn't have to queue. I'm not bringing that much stuff in. Surely there's a better way of doing it. So you lay the track a little differently and you have another go at it, and maybe it's a bit better and so on. Terrific. Absolutely love it. Anyway, the series, brace yourselves, the series is coming to a conclusion. We've got a little bit more to do, and some of these routes that we've done here, we've got to sort out. But the end is nigh, friends, and we'll finish, as is traditional, with something of a live stream, and I'll let you know when that's going to be a little close to the time. Anyway, I've been Colonel Failure. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you again soon.